Hello and welcome to Jets Friday Frenzy week episode 4. Welcome everybody. How are you today?
What's going
Welcome, welcome,
on?
welcome.
Hey, what's
What's
up?
up?
Go Jets.
Yes, go Jets. This week minicamp has finally finished and players are going about in their personal times now. And we're going to recap about minicamp today and the effects of signing a new right offensive tackle. And we're going to go with the usual segments with Krista's 2-minute warning and Krista's trivia and among other things. Our Sharm is running a little late, but he'll be in here soon enough. So let's all get together and say how was our weeks? Pretty good.
I would say so. For the Jets, I think OTAs and minicamp went pretty well, just as good or better than expected. Zach Wilson has looked really good. I mean, I know it's only it's only minicamp, it's only OTAs, but he's looked really well. Elijah Moore, I'm sure we've all heard how great he's looked, so we're all excited. We're all gonna get ready. We're all getting ready to buy his jersey, so we're all we're all in on him.
Wait, who's ready to buy his jersey?
Let me raise my hand. I am.
Krista's
I'm
got
gonna
the
go
white,
over 'em.
the black, the green. She's getting a red one, a blue one. She's getting them all. So she's getting them all.
I don't know what red jersey you're talking about.
Don't make me buy an Old Miss jersey. No. We got to.
That's right, Old Miss. That's the blue. It's blue, isn't it? All right.
Yeah, they got that. Blue.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the actual the sky blue color. I like it. It's pretty nice.
Old Miss. It's Old Miss. I can't wear it.
And
anyway,
so far the standouts, right? Other than them, you got the running back Michael Carter supposedly has improved throughout the minicamp and OTAs as well. Also, the one drawback with the offense so far, from what I've been reading, is the tight end position. So far, none of them have really broken away from each other. They're all kind of, we're all waiting for one of them to break out, to step out of the group. But Herndon, had his moments up and down. So were the other two guys. So it's going to be interesting. Let's hope one of them does break out in when camp starts in late July. That would be great if at least one of them does. You got to remember, they're all getting themselves acclimated to a new offense as well. So at least there's no major. Another positive is there's been no major injuries, right? I mean, Becton with the feet.
Knock on wood, yeah.
Plantar fasciitis.
Yep.
Let's hope that doesn't become a problem. So offensively, I think we're doing pretty good. On the defensive side, of course, the cornerback position is the one that everybody's. But Bryce Hall has played pretty well, they said. The other Michael Carter that we drafted has been pretty solid, So let's hope that's a step in the right direction. Linebackers, the one that we've all been waiting for, CJ Mosley, has looked great so far. Let's cross our fingers and hope that guy returns back to what he was. So I think overall, I think we're looking pretty good. And to me, like I said, the really big positive, no major injuries, right? Cashman was rehabbing as usual. So I don't know. I'd love to see him play, but he just gets hurt. It's sad. But what are we gonna do?
I mean, one of the things I've noticed from the beat reporters or on Twitter versus the fact that there's a lot of we have a lot of players in camp, but they target on individuals repeatedly. I want to see if some people are doing well or not, right? But it's Elijah Moore, Bryce Hall. It's CJ Mosley. It's the really big names that are thing. I want to see if our other rookies that are from round 4 down what are they doing like Pinnock and that linebacker Nesterdine or that
Yeah.
other cornerback Echoes. I want to see what they're doing. No,
Well,
don't see anything that.
Right. Well, the good
Right,
thing is
so-
we haven't heard bad things about him, so that's
I-
a positive, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
If
But
they don't,
I mean,
if they don't stand out for a bad reason, that's also a positive, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. So
Very true. And they
so
also said they didn't want to add a veteran cornerback, so it's also possible that they like what they see at the young guys at cornerback.
what's up, Charmin?
What's up,
Hey.
people? What's the deal?
Charmin,
hi, Charmin.
just so everybody knows, Charmin's a big star now. He's on
Oh,
Play
here
Like
we
a
go.
Jet. He's
Oh
writing
my
columns on
God.
there now. So if anybody wants to check him out, playlikeajet.com.
Mhm.
He's writing some good stuff, man. Check him out.
Hey, Christa is about to join me too.
That's
So,
right. We might
He's
have
doing
two.
it big, baby.
I'll be honest. I think she's a little too big for Play Like a Jet, but that's me. I think
No,
she's more.
no.
I think she's
no.
more ESPN. You know,
Oh, you guys are
NFL.com.
too sweet. No, Play Like a Jet. They're good guys. I like that site. They're really good guys.
Yeah.
Wait, you're
What's up,
writing for a
Panda?
site? What's
Yeah.
going on? You're writing for a site. That's all. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. So like we were discussing about minicamp and how I brought up the fact that during our beat writers, right, the ones who are covering in camp especially, they're talking about the big stars, the big names, right? But I was just wondering how the other people are doing, like like the round 4 to like 7 or 6 round and stuff like that, and like the UDFFAs. I haven't really heard anything from the others. I guess they're
You won't. You
because
won't.
why?
This is the thing. When actual camp starts,
Uh-huh.
and then there's gonna be discussions about players and positions. That's when you're gonna know who's winning and who's losing. Right
I
now,
see.
it's more about the star power, basically. But you will definitely be able to tell instantly who's failing, because they will stick out like a sore thumb. It happens every year, man, and camp. If you're struggling, look at what happened to
With
Mims,
Sam.
right? Look at what happened to Denzel Mims, right? Denzel Mims started playing with the twos for a couple days, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Denzel Mims is falling behind. He might not be the number 2."
What I heard, I was watching another outlet, right, and they were talking about how Denzel Mims had food poisoning during OTAs and a little bit of minicamp, and because of that, he's not up to speed. So that's
And
why
he
he's
lost some
working
weight,
with the
too.
twos, and he lost a
Yeah.
lot of weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But
you
not
can't.
Cole
good.
too. Cole is. You got to remember, Cole. People aren't giving Cole enough credit. Cole is a pretty good wide receiver, and he's also
Hey,
a lot better
hey,
route
I love
runner
Cole. I
than
love
Mims is
Keelan Cole.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I have it on my bio. Even his quote, "Go Jets and Jet up." I love Keelan Cole.
Krista's gonna have a different Jet jersey for every day of the week. I think. By the time season starts, she's gonna have her Cole jersey. She's gonna have a Moore jersey. Gotta get a
I think
Zach Wilson
I think that's
jersey.
I think
love
you could.
slot receivers. I love my slot receivers. That's the issue. I love them all.
So Mr.
I think I
Berrios,
think that's a pretty
Crowder.
good bet. I think that's a pretty good bet that she will have more than one Jets jersey and probably wear one for every day of the week.
I mean,
Number
I
2,
mean-
number 8, number definitely
have a-
those 2 are coming down.
definitely, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, as far as mini camp is, I think the two big things that I've got out of like mini camp and like press conferences is the fact that I don't think we're gonna add like a veteran to our cornerback unit. I think they're gonna just go with the young guys.
Did you read
And-
my article, by the way?
No, I didn't. I was at work.
Maybe
Wow.
if you did. Maybe if
No, I
you
was at
did.
Wow. I'm about to hang up right now. How you gonna do me like that, though?
It's horrible.
I didn't even know you were writing. So you didn't notify me, and now you're saying I'm bad. You didn't even notify me you were
How
writing.
can you not see it on Twitter?
Why is he following me, Chris, if he doesn't see all these retweets?
I don't know.
That's
It's right.
that's the point.
Two other
I
people
mean-
retweeted it.
Yeah,
Krista
I did.
retweeted it. I retweeted it.
Yeah.
That awesome podcast, Liftoff, retweeted it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
See,
Just saying.
let me tell you.
My panda buddy has let me down.
Wow.
No, I did. No, I did not. I did
Mm.
not read. I did not read that article, but I did listen to your podcast.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
Okay.
I'm at 50% at now. At the end of the night, I will read that. Okay, so don't be.
Wait,
bashing me
hold
for
up. Hey, Chris, did he say he didn't even listen to the whole podcast? He only listened to half
Yeah,
of it?
what is that? 50%? What?
What?
No.
Oh,
I
you
said I
listened to the podcast, but you didn't read
Yes.
the article.
the article.
Yeah.
So I'm only
Oh,
50%.
Okay, all right.
All right.
All right.
So I'll read
You know
it
what?
by.
Since you listened to the podcast, I'm gonna give you a pass.
All right. There you
How
go.
about that?
Okay.
Next article. If you don't read it, we're out. We're done.
You did your homework. By listening to the podcast, you did your homework. So that's good.
Yeah, I listened to on the train coming up. But anyway, yeah. So
What did
that's
you think,
one.
by the way? What did you think, Panda?
About what? About the cornerback
About the
situation?
podcast. About the podcast. About the episode.
I thought that it was okay. It was okay. I mean, I know what the B word is that you're looking for. I figured it out in your podcast. That you were
Of course, you
mentioning.
figured it out because it's the favorite word in your vocabulary. Come on.
You've said it enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that and yeah, it's a great listen. And I hope to
Thank you.
hear more from you guys.
Thank you.
I know you guys are doing on that on your own. But anyway,
Yeah, we're only gonna get better, man. We're doing this on. Trust me, like I'm doing almost no backup research like I used to because I'm just getting into my new job and it's tough for me to schedule time for getting myself. Like I literally have to study my job because I have so many things, so many responsibilities. Plus, I'm going to school on Saturdays, so it's like. It's rough for me right now. So until I get everything settled, trust me, Chris and I will be killing it in a couple of weeks. We'll be good.
Definitely.
I mean, hope to hear you guys more episodes. I mean, going back to minicamp, the other thing I noticed is that I don't think we're gonna sign a veteran quarterback either. That's just my gist of it.
I think there's a more possibility later on, like more closer to camp than now. Because
But the thing is, if by camp, yeah.
Uh-oh.
But the thing is, if a veteran quarterback should been here, he should have been here by now because according to Christa, who's on Nick Foles all the time on Twitter,
No, wait
Nick
a
Foles
minute.
has to come
Let me
in.
clear myself. Let me
well,
clear
Foles has
myself.
to get cut
off-
first before we could get him. I don't think they want to give up anything for him.
First off,
They're
I
waiting
was
for him
on-
to
There you
get cut.
Wait, you forgot a whole nother quarterback. I was all on Nick Mullins' case for a good while. I
She
tweeted
was.
at him every
Yeah.
single morning, let him know how our day is, trying to sell him a floral
And
bar.
he broke her heart.
Maybe
Signing with the
that's
wrong green team.
I'm-
I told him
I'm
about
trying
a
to-
color green, and he signed
know
with
what?
the other green team. And I even
What a
told,
shame.
I even tweeted at him, I wish you the best of luck, but you signed with the wrong green team. And
Patrick
he
has a good idea.
The for me,
Mhm.
the issue with the cornerback, like I wrote in the article, was that if you listen to the coaches, both Ulbrich and Salah, they're sounding like they want young players and they want, because part of my, like, what I wanted to talk about in Chalk Talk is about what cover 4 is, or quarters coverage, and it simplifies what a corner's job a little bit. So when it does, so that you don't have to learn a lot, but also it makes it easier to kind of merge other coverages and learn other coverages. If you could start from there, it's not like these guys don't know the basics already. They played in college, so they have a basic understanding of a lot of that stuff. It just becomes a little bit more complicated in the pros. But last year, I think I saw a stat somewhere that said the 49ers played more quarters coverage than anybody else. And it just kind of meshes with their thinking. If that's what they're going to be doing, and having youth, that don't have to learn all the complicated level. If you have to play be a cloud corner and all that other stuff, you don't have to really learn that stuff. Not you don't have to really learn that stuff, but playing quarters is a little easier than learning, multiple jobs at once. So I think you're right. I think they don't want to bring in a veteran, which again, my point was, if Salah could take these kids and mold them into what this system needs, and they could survive. Again, they don't have to be world beaters. They just have to be able to survive, play well enough, let the defensive line be the focal point of that defense, and they just play within it,
Hmm.
and let the offense do what they do on their side. I think they could survive, and it will be a good stepping stone to them. They don't, in the future. So I totally agree with you, Panda. I think I don't think they have to. And Chris, like, if they're rushing to get a veteran at the end of a camp, I think that's gonna be a bad indication of what happened during camp, because that would
Yeah.
mean multiple corners failed to succeed at what they were teaching in camp, so they would have to insert an extra body. But if these guys all step up and learn their positions and understand what they're supposed to do, and the coaches are confident in bringing them into the season, I don't think they need a veteran.
What are we talking about? Corner or quarterback?
Yeah, I was
Corner,
thinking
corner,
too.
corner,
Oh,
corner.
corner.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. I don't think that's a big thing. Corner, quarterback. I
Yeah.
think is a bigger. I think that's the bigger issue to bring in a veteran.
I
Okay,
think what I wanna
I thought we
go
were talking
back.
about quarterback. My bad.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
I've been drinking.
yeah, no, I agree with. I do
I
agree
do.
with Charmin on that, because
No,
there are young
guys,
talent there. There's good young talent there. So
I mean, I want to get back. I want to get on our comment that we have. Let me read it from Patrick Trotti. It says, "Wait until the end of training camp to scoop up a disgruntled veteran corpsman to back up Wilson."
Okay,
I don't agree with that at all,
why?
because it's kind of like you're getting him as a placeholder, right? And it's like, if he doesn't know the system, it's gonna take him a while to to get accustomed to it. So I think it might be better rolling with James Morgan rather than having that disgruntled quarterback to come in and play. Honestly,
don't you think? Let's use Nick Foles, because I think Nick Foles is a great example. Nick Foles, I don't think is going to end up on Chicago, right? He's the third string quarterback now. He's behind Justin Fields, who's been playing very well, and then you got Andy Dalton there as well.
Yeah.
So I would think Foles is the guy out. I don't think they're going to dump Dalton either. So let's just say, for argument's sake, they cut him and the Jets pick him up. Don't you think that he's got experience running the West Coast offense, right? With Kansas City and with Philly. And the West Coast offense, isn't it pretty close to our offense, Sharman?
What's that? Say that again. I'm sorry.
saying-
I was a little distracted.
That's all right. Hey, he's big man now. He's writing articles.
Oh, here we go.
I'm kidding. No, but I was saying Foles has experience in the West Coast offense, right? With
Yes.
Kansas City and with
Yes.
Philly.
Yes.
Isn't that similar to what we run, or no?
Yes. Yes. The basis of that offense, of the Shanahan system, is West Coast. It's a lot of timing routes and stuff like that. What separates it from a lot of other West Coast offenses is the run game, the running part of it, and the blocking schemes, basically. So that's what separates it. But for the most part, the right route combinations off of the run, and the timing, and the drop depths, like 3-step drops, 5-step drops, all that stuff. It's all West Coast.
And to be honest, the only reason why they drafted Morgan was to really help Sam Darnold, right? Because Morgan is supposed to be a film guy, and he's a, he studies film and all this, blah, 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 blah. So I personally would rather have a guy like Foles, a veteran backup who listen, if Wilson's going to be out, let's say 2 weeks. I don't want to go the whole season because then it would be, you may as well throw in your chips anyway. But for me, I'd rather have that good backup like Foles, veteran backup who could come in, for a game or two, just hold the fort down until Wilson returns. And he's just a great teammate. I mean, if you go back to his Philly days, look what he did with Wentz. He was like a mentor to that guy. So I think he's the perfect. I'm not saying he's going to be the guy, but to me, he's the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead,
I'm just going to say, just to go into the season with James Morgan and Matt White, who have never played in an NFL game.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's smart. That's a little dangerous.
No. Especially
if Wilson gets hurt, we're in big trouble.
I don't want a Bryce Petty-like situation where when Josh McCown went down and we weren't able to give Robbie Anderson his extra 1,000 yards, and Bryce Petty was throwing him balls like into the ground, and Robbie Anderson just needed those few more yards, and I thought Bryce Petty was able to do that, and nope, Robbie couldn't get those 1,000 yards with the Jets. That's why I think it's important to get an experienced backup quarterback too. Is if Zach Wilson to go down, you don't want your whole entire offense to tank either. You need the guy to be able to get the football out, and we need to see Elijah Moore too. We need to see the young guys. We need to see Michael Carter, the guys that we also drafted. We have to give them the opportunity to shine. And I'm not confident right now that Morgan could do that or Mike White could do that. That's why I like the fact to have an experienced quarterback, because if Zach Wilson were to go down, I'd like to know that I have confidence that we're not going to get into a Bryce Petty-like situation or something like that where we can't even evaluate the other guys on the roster. That's why I'm campaigning so hard for the Jets to sign an experienced backup quarterback, and that's why I do tweet every single day until the Jets get an experienced backup quarterback, because as of right now, I don't feel confident if Zach Wilson were to go down, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, that Captain Morgan can move the chains. I'm just not sure. I haven't seen enough. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. We have a comment that says, what about Matt Barkley as a backup? And he thinks that Matt Barkley is not as bad as a backup. Another Mark Barkley as a quarterback too. He's still unsigned.
That's not a bad question. That's not a bad example. Some people forget, even if some of those quarterbacks don't ever get to really perform, they're on the sidelines and they go through the implementation of offenses. They go through the day-to-day running of offenses and the quality control and all that stuff. Plus, they go through the game day part of the. Even if they're not the ones executing the play on the field, they get a lot of that. So if you're a backup quarterback for a specific amount of years in the NFL, your level of experience with the pro game is up there. So you have a base of knowledge that a rookie could definitely gain something out of. So just because he is not he hasn't performed on this level in an admirable way, doesn't mean that he can't bring something to the table here. I'm not saying that he is the best choice. I'm just saying that's not bad. I don't think it would be horrible at all.
But he's a guy that hasn't worked in a West Coast offense, I don't believe, because he came up with Philly when they had Chip Kelly, and then he went to Chicago for 1 year, and guess who was there?
Who? I don't remember.
Dowell Loggins was there. So God. That's definitely not. And then he's been on Baltimore. He's been on Buffalo the last 4 years, I think. So,
Buffalo run. No, that's not. Buffalo doesn't run the West Coast.
so he may not be the best choice.
Yeah,
Just because he's
I guess.
not familiar with the,
But my reasoning is also the same. Even if he's not West Coast based, um, the 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 way that coaches go from the plays on the book to the way they prepare for a specific team to the way they implement plays on game day. That's something he's done over and over again for how many years now. So he has an understanding or higher level of understanding of that stuff from a rookie. Again, I'm not making a case for him specifically. I'm just saying
no, I got you.
that I'm trying to make an argument, like, to agree with you guys about having a senior guy in the QB room, you know. But again, I'm not saying specifically that I totally agree with you guys anyway, because in my opinion, when you have a quarterback's coach, offensive coordinator, a game plan manager, there's in that room, there's like how many you have Greg Knapp and all these guys that have so much experience implementing football games, and plans for football games. I think that helps. Of course, it is. I've always heard players say that when a player said something, it means a little bit more than when a coach says it. So I understand where you guys are coming from, but I think there's different ways to skin this cat. Doesn't have to be one way.
Well, just to finish it off too. Even if, like, let's say we don't get a veteran, right, backup quarterback, and we go with Captain Morgan and Matt White as our backups. Listen, if this year, if Wilson, for whatever reason, gets hurt and misses a bunch of games, and let's say we bring this guy in, Captain Morgan, and let's say if he poops the bed and he's horrible for 3-4 games and we lose them, it's not the end of the world if we have a bad record by the end of the season, because two things. Number one, it sets us up again with a great draft pick next year. And number two, it's also going to set us up with a easy schedule next year as well. So it's not the worst thing not to have one, but I just like having that veteran presence behind a rookie quarterback. Yeah. That's all. I mean, to win games, I like we've talked about it. I know at least me and Sharman and I think Christa, we're all kind of on the same page where, all right, if we win 7-8 games and we're competitive, that's great. Where unlike Panda, who thinks we're going to the playoffs this year, then I think if we were really a playoff team, then I would definitely have a veteran behind us, behind Wilson, because if something goes down, if we're going to the playoffs, we need someone to step right up.
Football in the playoffs is different. It's a different level of football.
Oh yeah, no, it's
yeah. You need a level of experience to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. As we're closing this topic, Jet World will be clamoring to find the bench, backup quarterback. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's move to our next topic. Our next topic is about this free agent offensive tackle who got released by the Washington football team at the end of last year, Morgan Moses, and there's a lot of noise about him signing with us. And there's a lot of debate on people on what we should do if we do sign him. I mean, if we do give him a multi-year extension, not a contract, excuse me, where would George Fant go and how he would fit and all that stuff. So let's debate this for a bit, guys. What do you guys think?
Sharman?
Sharman?
Sharman's the best one to start this one off.
Okay, specifically to the coaching staff we were talking about, which is our coaching staff and their philosophy. Fant could play guard. And I know there is a belief that guards need to be specific things because, they're supposed to be more compact, more explosive, because they're dealing with more powerful players inside. and there's a little bit. The action is quicker. The bullets are flying quicker, basically, than outside. But that's also the reason why defenses do things like stunts and twists, because they know that guards almost never see very ridiculously athletic players and quick and fast players. So how do you attack that? You do a twist, or a TE or a ET. TE means tackle first. ET means end first. So you normally, if you do the end, you send the end at almost like what you would do. You like in basketball, what you call a pick, where the end goes in and picks off the inside guard and the guard and tackle, basically trying to take both of them out of the play, and the defensive tackle goes around him outside and loops outside. Or they do it the other way, where the DT tries to eat two blocks and the end comes twisting inside. And now, normally when the end comes in, the only guy he's face to face with is a guard. And he's more athletic than him. He's faster than him. And he doesn't have to use power against him. And if you're trying to use power against a guy that's leaner than you and faster than you, and you're not as athletic as him, you lose. So I'm saying all this to say that this specific scheme loves movement and players with extraordinary movement skills. So there was a player, the 49ers had this guard who was literally 6'5", 315 pounds last year. He played guard for the 49ers all year last year, or most of the year last year, if I remember clearly. Well, George Fant is 322 pounds and 6'6". So if this guy could play guard for the 49ers at that size, then why can't Fant play guard? Because again, a lot of what they do is a lot of movement, and a lot of athleticism is needed. My friend Joe Bluey will say that it's not typically that way. It's not all that way, because what a lot of people say is, oh yeah, there are going to be a lot of reach block. Reach blocking doesn't always mean that you're trying to get to a spot before the defensive tackle or before the defensive player. So there's other ways. I mean, there's ridiculously technical stuff that I'm not even going to try to get into. Joe is better at that than me. But Fant could move in. Fant could move in, and Moses could move out, or Moses could move in, because Moses has the power and the good hands to play inside, and Fant could stay outside. However this is done, this would represent a level of flexibility that would take this offensive line to heights that we haven't seen in a long time. End quote.
Let me ask you a question quick.
Yeah.
Is it more beneficial, though, to have Fant as your backup tackle for either left or right? Because we've already have issues now with Becton with his feet. Last year he missed a couple of games. This year he's already having his feet issues with the plantar fasciitis. Is it worth it to have him as your floating backup tackle, since we really don't have anybody really that good as a backup tackle? And have two other guys, or whoever is going to fight it out for the right guard position, whoever we have there. Is it better to have Fant?
I will give you what I think the Jets coaching staff will tell you. If you ask them a question about who's going to replace anybody on that line if they go down, they'll say anybody, because they will say that they were trying to have a group that so flexible that they'll be able to replace most of those positions with somebody else.
Right.
But everybody's gonna know each other's job and they're gonna move. Of course, that's coach speak, and in a vacuum it sounds nice, but yeah, I don't think that's that's the approach that will be used. I think you're right. I think they were going to be particular about who's going to play where. That's going to work itself out in camp. There's going to be, again, that's where camp that's where camp comes in, right? That's where you weed out who's who, you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right. So we could say whoever, oh, you want to put Fent. That doesn't Fent has been, and I think he's better at a right tackle than people think. Yes, he didn't perform optimally, and please, you have to understand again, it's not blaming everything on the former administration, but come on, guys, you see the level of failure. I mean, there's no way you would think that, especially playing inside zone, that Fent would be best used in inside zone. I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. So for me, I think that stuff will work itself out. I think whoever that's gonna be able to be the backup swing tackle, I think they were gonna show themselves. And I think the flexibility, again, the word of the day, in my opinion, when it comes to the Jets, on so many levels, that a lot of different players will be able to play different spots. So they'll figure that out.
You think they would push Tucker out to tackle if something ever happened with Becton, since
that's a possibility. That's a possibility. And once it's not gonna be for long periods of time. But again, the problem with putting anybody anywhere in that scheme is, I will always say, in just my opinion, the guards in that scheme are ultra important. And if you, I don't think you could switch them out. I really don't. I think the tackles could, in my opinion, especially in the run game. I'm talking about strictly run game. And strictly in the run game, the tackles could, but the guards are ultra important in that scheme. And I don't see just anybody playing guard in that scheme. You have to be so sound fundamentally to play guard in that scheme.
I think honestly, first let's get it to pen to paper first. Let him sign that contract, and then see how many years
Yes.
he signs for. And who knows? Maybe Fant this year is could stay as a swing tackle, play left or right, and then we could cut him next year, and then just roll with Moses, and then maybe we could draft a right guard, assuming whatever happens there. So I think the fact that the word is versatility. Joe Douglas loves versatility and the ability to play multiple positions on the line. I think that's his biggest, clout when it comes to offensive linemen. So it'd be great to sign Moses, and Moses is durable. He doesn't get hurt as
Yes.
much. So I think that would be the ideal fit for us. And great, we have the money. Since also the fact that we're not paying our quarterback a lot of money, we could have a backup tackle for death, since we're not paying him the big bucks. So I think it's whether or not, it makes perfect sense to me. So I think we should sign him, and we'll see how it goes. Probably over the weekend they sign him. I'd be ecstatic if they do.
I hope we sign him. I want this guy signed pen and paper as soon as possible. I don't want to add him to the almost Jets elite group that we don't sign, that we all get excited. Oh, he's gonna sign, and he winds up signing somewhere else.
To the Patriots.
Don't say it. Why are you gonna? Why would you say it?
We know what's gonna happen.
Chiefs. Don't pay the
Oh,
Chiefs
no.
either, because they seem to go to they seem to be sucking all the offensive linemen and putting them in the Chiefs Island. But
I know.
yeah. But
Well, Kansas City is taking everybody on the offensive line literally because they have a quarterback who's light years away from everyone else. So they want to protect for that guy. So Kansas City is sucking them all in.
Well, I want to protect our quarterback too.
Yeah, we got to protect our guy too.
Yeah, so I want Morgan Moses here ASAP. And I don't know, Leger Dusable made up a very interesting point, and I'm not sure if this is even possible or if this can even work. But he made a point that if we sign Morgan Moses, that he thinks I'm working Moses that Fant will not play guard. He's going to be more of a swing offensive tackle, and that Fant could possibly be some sort of tight end. I'm not sure if that would work in the scheme.
There is that talk going on out there because
I just was wondering
because apparently he caught a few balls a while ago.
Well, I mean,
sounds more like a joke to me than it is real.
I mean, he could be our extra blocker with the power screen.
See, that would make more sense. Yeah, being an extra blocker, but yeah.
So,
but you don't take a starter level player to play an extra blocker. Normally, you take a backup fullback or defensive lineman or something to do that stuff. That's not something that's a dedicated position. This is something you do. They probably have like 2 plays in their playbook that uses an extra blocker. What, like when you're in the red zone or something like that, like
a 4th and goal or a 4th and 8.
Right. The thing it's not complicated, guys. It's pretty simple. If Fant can't play right tackle and they think Morgan Moses is a better right tackle than Fant could be, they will find a way to keep him on the team. They're paying him enough money. It goes without saying, and they will figure out what the deal is with that. So I don't think it's that complicated.
Either way, if we get him, we'll be a better team with him. We'll have better depth.
Well, let's go on to move to before we get to our next segment that we have. I would like to remind you guys on YouTube and on Twitter, please like, subscribe, and follow us on our page at Jets Frenzy. Down here, and our personal Twitter handles that are scrolling down the thing. And we will thank you. Thank you for watching the show now and after the show is done. So please give us a like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in the comments as soon. And hopefully you guys post some more comments so we can answer them for you. Okay, so this is our weekly trivia game with Chris.
No. Oh my.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm making it easy for you guys.
You're always making it easy, and then you stomp us. Yeah.
I know.
Any easier? I'll be asking who wore number 80 for the Jets, who wore number 28,
Oh no.
who wore number
What year?
12. So I don't want to get to that point. So okay,
Oh, no.
all right. I wanted to talk about the playoffs, right?
Right.
That's quarterbacks in the playoffs. First, let's get to this.
Also, hold on. People who are watching now, please, if you know the answer, you guys could comment and play along with us because we're kind of stumped the majority of the times.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Here's a good question. How many games has the Jets played in the playoffs?
In the last how many years?
All time. Yeah.
So
just a guess. Think about it. We've been around since 1960, right? Or
1960.
Or we've been in the NFL, right? When they merged in 69, right after Super Bowl 3.
12.
So give me a number.
12.
Higher.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said too.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
Okay. Okay, so we're talking
3 in the Super Bowl run. 4, right? Because we won the Super Bowl.
No, there was only 2 that year.
There was only 2. Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Really?
There was no wild card and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say about 24.
Wow, that was close. You missed it by 1. It's 25.
That's crazy.
Darn it.
And their
That's
record
That's crazy. That's not a lot of games, man. That's bad.
No.
That's horrible.
Think about it. Since 1960, that's not.
Yeah,
good.
that's horrible.
Anyway, all right. So in 25 games, we are 25. 25. In 25 games, we are 12-13. So we are 1-4 in conference championship games, 1-0 in the Super Bowl, 4-4 in divisional, 6-5 in the wild card round. So there you go.
So what you're trying to tell me is all this could be cured if we could just get in the Super Bowl, because then our odds go astronomical.
Exactly. So, okay. So now in those 25 games that we're talking about, I'll give you the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different quarterbacks have thrown a touchdown. Okay. As a Jet in the playoffs. Obviously, the first was Joe Namath, and the last was Mark Sanchez. Give me the other 5.
The other 5 quarterbacks that threw touchdowns in.
It's not that hard.
I have to write this down.
One
Testaverde.
Hard. I think the rest.
Testaverde.
Right, Vinny.
Chad Pennington.
Correct.
What's his name? Bullheaded
Ken
guy.
O'Brien.
Ken O'Brien.
And then Richard Todd.
Correct.
Oh wow, Dander's killing it. Go Dander.
I need whatever you're drinking.
You got one more. This is the hard one.
Glenn Foley.
I don't.
No.
What is it? Is it
I'll give you a hint because it's not the easiest one to remember, but I believe, without checking, I believe his number was number 10. He was not before Namath, obviously. He was in I'll give you the decade too. It was in the 80s.
Oh yeah, you got me on that one. I'm done. I'm out.
I'm much for my time. I'm trying to think.
I would not know that name.
Richard Todd is part of the Mud Bowl, right? It must have been the game against the Browns, right?
Yes. No, the Mud Bowl was Miami.
Miami, right? So we lost the game against the Browns. Who played that game?
Now you're on the right track. I think O'Brien, if I'm not mistaken, started it, but did he play it? Oh shoot! Now I got to check.
Jeez.
That's a good one. I thought O'Brien was, but I think I'm gonna check as we're thinking.
As much as I love this team, I will definitely confess that I am not a Jets historian at all.
This is kind of hard, but hold on. I want to go to that Cleveland game because you might be right. I think he did play in that game.
The guy escapes me right now. I know what's name.
Panda got it, but he just can't spell it out.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? Yes, he did play in this game. Ken O'Brien and his backup, basically. If you know his backup, and he did throw a touchdown.
Oh damn it!
That is so sad, though. I can't get off the fact. I can't get off the fact that from 1960 to now, there's only been 5 Jets quarterbacks that threw a touchdown in the playoffs.
His name is 6.
Sheesh.
Okay, his name is Pat Ryan.
Oh yeah, I would have never gotten that.
Okay.
No.
All right. So here's another question. We'll go away from the Jets first. We'll go away from the Jets now. Now we're going to go for NFL career.
Oh Lord.
Postseason passing touchdowns. So obviously we know who number 1 is.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Right. Our good friend here, Patrick, would probably definitely know that one.
Daniel Panda. Yeah. He's the one that threw the touchdowns, right?
Who is all right? Who? Give me let's go top 5.
Okay.
Playoff passing touchdowns for all time for the NFL.
Okay.
All the NFL, not the Jets. Obviously, no Jets are in this top 5.
So we know that a Cowboys quarterback is in there, and it would be the Cowboys quarterback. He's not?
Nope.
You must be kidding me.
I'm telling you.
What?
I'll tell you right now.
Brady?
A Cowboys quarterback is not even in the top 10.
No. Brady?
Wow.
Brady's number 1. He's got 83.
Of course Brady is the number 1. It goes without saying. I was trying not to mention his name.
Manning?
Say again?
Manning.
Peyton Manning is number 5. He's got 40.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Is Bart Starr in one of them?
No,
right?
That's
Okay.
that's no. He can't.
no. He's let me see. I'll tell you in a second where he is. He's 28th with 15.
Former Saints quarterback, Drew Brees.
Well, Patrick says Elway.
Okay, hold on. Drew Brees is number 6 with 37.
You get out of here.
John Elway is number 11 with 27.
What? Okay,
Jim
Kelly. All right, forget it.
Jim Kelly.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is in there.
Right. Hold on. To answer your question, Jim Kelly is 17th with 21. You said Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is tied at second with number 45 with someone else.
So Aaron Rodgers. So Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Tarkenton is 37th with 11.
Jeez.
Bradshaw is hold on.
Bradshaw is not in the top 5.
He's He's 10th with 30.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
Does Unitas count?
Patrick took Montana. Montana is tied with Rodgers in second with
Montana.
45.
So it's Brady. It's Brady, Rodgers on Montana.
Right, top 3.
That's top 3.
Who's 4th? And you got 5th. You got Peyton Manning. Don't let Patrick
quarterbacks.
Don't let Patrick. Come on.
Playoff quarterbacks.
Don't let Patrick beat you guys. You guys got to beat him. Come on.
Playoff quarterbacks.
Think. Who have we seen the last 20 years in the playoffs?
Brady.
Okay. Really. It's like my head didn't hurt more. You helping?
Right.
Yeah,
Brady's up there already.
Yes.
We don't have. He's up
in the
there
last
once.
20 years.
We don't have to put him twice.
In the last 20 years, it's been Brady, Manning,
There's one more guy.
Breeze, Rodgers.
Yeah.
There's one more really, really good quarterback. He retired a few years ago. He's not playing anymore.
Oh, former Green Bay quarterback.
Yes.
Brett Favre.
Yes.
Right.
Brett Favre.
I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
He sent
Oh
out
my God.
some photos a few years ago.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the top 10,
Incredible.
I'll give you the top 10 real quick.
That's incredible. Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees is 6th with 37. Big Ben is 7th with 34.
Oh, true.
Wow.
Dan Marino is still up there in 8th with 30.
That's how great this guy is. That's ridiculous, huh?
He hasn't played in
Big Ben
22
7.
years.
In 22 years, he hasn't played football, and he's still up there. That's
That's pretty amazing. And he only made it to one Super Bowl. So ninth is Kurt Warner with 31, and Terry Bradshaw we guessed earlier with 30. So that's your top 10.
That's awesome.
The fact that there's
wow.
the fact that there's a guy that threw 80. Again, this is a Jets show. I'm not gonna hit praise on this idiot, but I don't really mean he's an idiot. Please don't kill me. I'm not here to hit praise, but you just gotta say that's incredible that somebody actually threw 80 touchdowns in the freaking playoffs. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on.
Is that all for trivia today?
Yes, that's enough. I'm not going to torture you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have that little smoke coming out of my ear.
All right. So this topic has been a very big topic in the past 3 days.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
And so, Chris, why don't you start off this?
Is this part?
segment?
Is this? I think Krista could start a rant with this one. So
Oh,
maybe she
man.
should go.
Where are we going with this, by the way?
I don't know.
I-
Is this
I
even
don't
worth
know.
it?
Hopefully, Rich Manny, any guy.
Oh, no.
We didn't want to mention his name.
No, don't mention
Oh,
names
man.
in here.
that
He'll
guy,
never come on the
that guy.
show now.
No. Just say just say this reporter. Just keep it at that.
Yeah, no, I like Rich Media. I'm probably one of the few, but I actually like him,
I
so
get
that's
it,
why I
yeah.
don't want to.
He's
I don't like to
professional.
poop on him.
You mean
Okay.
You mean Seach Rimini?
Right.
Okay. Dumb
So continue,
question.
Krista. Go ahead.
Why do these people have agendas? I just want to know how the players are doing in training camp. I don't need all the extra bullshit that comes with the agenda when they asking them about what do you do during your free time. You know, if someone asked me what do you do during your free time, we talked about this. I would take Chris's route and say, you know what do you do on your free time? I mean, seriously, do you have nothing else better to ask than what do you do on your free time? I think my third grade cousin could probably come and ask better questions than half of what the beat are asking, and it's just remarkable how you guys ask these questions. I mean, you have the opportunity to ask Corey Davis anything, like, oh, ask him about what's your connection with Zach Wilson. But no, you have to bring up our ex quarterback that no one gives a crap about, and you ask him about that. And then you can obviously tell Corey Davis is a nice guy. He rolls his eyes, is like, seriously, man, you can ask me all these questions, and you choose to ask that dumbass question to me. And you could tell he's fed up. He doesn't want to talk about the ex quarterback. And then he talks about pretty much, oh, Zach Wilson's a guy. And then we still had the side comment, well, you were pretty confident he was gonna be the quarterback when he got here. I'm just like, wow, what do you expect Corey Davis to say? This dumbass is not going to stay. This dumbass at quarterback's going to leave at quarterback when I get here. It's just like some of these questions are stupid. I just want to know how are they doing at training camp? How's your connection going? How do you like the area? There's so many different routes. They choose the dumbass agenda-based questions that I don't care about. It makes me want to subscribe off of the show.
I didn't get it, because what do you want Corey Davis to say about Sam Darnold? Like, he knows he's not connected to him. The only thing his connection is, when he signed, they said, yes, Sam's going to be the quarterback, right? Because there was so many rumors about him getting traded. But other than that, it's like, what else do you want him to say? Like, well, when I first signed here, yeah, they said Sam was the quarterback, but he's not here. Zach's my guy, right? I mean, what else? There's nothing else to say. We've moved on. I would say 99% of the fans have moved on from Sam. So we don't care.
Exactly.
We don't care if he does nothing. I don't care anymore. Let's move on. Zach is our guy, you know?
So in theory, right? In theory, these beat reporters are supposed to be the medium for us fans to know what the players are thinking or the players are doing, right? They're supposed to be the translator, whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It makes me so angry when I personally could ask 10,000 questions better than what some of our beat reporters are asking.
Yep.
Like, if I was talking to Corey Davis, right, I wouldn't ask him about Sam Darnold. I would ask about him and about his late brother who was on the Jets before, and how he, have he heard anything about the Jets to make him sign here? Yes, I guess the contract is there and stuff, but maybe that's a personal thing that you could touch on. Like a feeling. Why would he sign you? Like, what did he see in, on our, Jets team for? Oh, just stop. Yes, I know everything. Yeah. So what I mean is, I wanted that kind of like, I guess, more, rather than just be stick and dry answer.
Right.
I wanted more, like, I guess what they call, more like intimate reporting. But look, he asked, like, what do you think about Sam? This is Corey Davis' reaction. Zach's my quarterback.
That's it. What else can he say? I would have said, I don't know Sam. I've never met him.
Never did. Really.
Right.
And for me, of all the questions that were asked, because there were other questions that were asked that people were in a frenzy about, that question about Sam was the question that I just didn't get, because it really didn't have I would think, again, I'm not a reporter, but I would think that if a reporter is asking a question, you're you want it to lead into something else, or you want to be able to get a story or something you could write that would intrigue somebody to want to listen to his answer, right? Okay. If you ask about Sam Donald, all that is some kind of sensationalized stuff. That's all it is. It's nothing else. It becomes, oh, what did you say something good? No, that to me, with everything that's going on, and I understand why Jets fans feel that way, because with everything that's going on with the Jets right now, that kind of stuff is not really what we want as a fan base. Um, we want to get to know these players. We want to get to know the coaches on a base level. And to me, answering a question about a former quarterback, especially to a guy that never really met him or never played with him, is kind of out there.
I mean, honestly, the thing is, we had enough drama with Manish. We don't want any of that anymore.
You didn't have to bring up his name either.
That's another name we can't talk about.
No, what I'm saying is, I love the fact our front office, zilch. You don't hear anything when things get done. It's done. You don't hear all the drama. You don't hear people bickering outside. You don't hear any of that. I like it. We have a new structure. Everything. Coach reports to GM. GM reports to the owner. Great. Why don't you ask about something like that, or like something positive? Now
I will push back on the whole positive negative thing, because reporters don't have to always be positive. I'm not gonna say, oh, it's always gonna be hunky dory and all that stuff. My problem is, what are you getting out of this? Because if you're gonna ask a question, I would think, because you're a seasoned veteran at what you do, that there would be fruits born out of what the question you bring in, right? If you're gonna, and because this would either confuse the player or antagonize the player, and to me, both of those bore nothing. You wouldn't get anything out of it. Like you said, his answer was dry. So why are you asking a question where it's either he's gonna stop and just give you a one-word answer, or he's gonna just kind of, pass it. You want to give you want to get him to answer thoughtfully, so that we as Jets fans will get to know him more and understand the kind of player or the kind of guy he is, not get him to answer some dry question and kind of look confused at it. That's my issue with it.
I guess so. I mean, to me, I hope this lines of questioning happen, like it gets better in training camp. Yeah, it is mini camp, so there really isn't much to ask about. Like,
I will say too, Daniel. I'm sorry not to cut you off, and I'll say too, because I went back and I listened to most of the questions in a lot of the interviews. And if you listen to the Robert Saleh interview, if you listen to the Ulbrich interview, if you listen to the LaFleur interview, those were very good questions. There was a lot of very good questions being asked. So I don't want to spend time bashing reporters over the head for just, for everything. But that particular question was really antagonizing, because I think Christa is right. In the midst of all the good questions that was going on, and all the deep digging questions about the coach's scheme and the way they coach and what they're feeling they want to do with this team and what they see in the team, all this stuff is stuff that we want to hear. That then all of a sudden you come out of nowhere with this one question that absolutely doesn't connect to anything else. It just does not, and that's the problem here. It's not that particular guy is a bad reporter just because he asked one question. Is that one question just does not connect, and it seems like it would be asked by some kind of neophyte. Somebody never asked a question at a press conference before. And I'm sorry, that was my feeling. It just did not connect, because there was so much good going on with all the questioning, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you're like, Huh? What the hell? Like,
I think he just had a little dose of the panda virus. You know,
oh, here we go.
the what about going on.
Oh boy.
You know.
Anyway.
Yeah. So let me inject some wildness here. And Krista, I know we've been really on about this for a couple of weeks, and I think we're gonna bring this to this segment. The question is, would you date a rival fan?
Can't ask Chris and I that. So
if
you
he's
two
a
guys,
New England,
you two answer that question.
Right.
We're out.
if he's a New England Patriot fan, can I put him in a trash can? Because there's no way none of us is gonna make it out alive in this relationship. And I sincerely hope my soulmate is not a Patriot fan, because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do in New England. I don't like the Boston Redskins. I mean the Boston Red Sox. Sorry, baseball. I'm very bad with baseball. I can't go into Boston wearing my New York Jets shirt because I'm gonna get shot there possibly, or get something thrown at me. So it's not like I can go visit him in Boston with my Jet stuff. And we have no common ground. He's just gonna go and tell me my team sucks. We're gonna win. There's no common ground there. He's just gonna keep telling me that my team sucks and that he's the winner, which I gotta go watch every Sunday. You know what? Probably right, because every time we play the Patriots, we suck. So I can't even relate to him then. And then I come home and I'm sad. So Patriot fans, you're out. Now about Miami,
No.
we got nice weather. They have Alabama players there.
There you go. Miami's nice.
And Miami's nice weather. And there's a common ground because we both hired a dumbass coach about the guy that should not be named. I'm getting better about not mentioning people that shouldn't be named. Wait,
Daniel, do not argue with the lady. She wants a fair weathered fan as her soulmate. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want a guy that's loyal to their team, and they understand the pain that we went through of hiring that guy. So there's common ground there. So possibly Miami Dolphins.
You guys could connect on that. Yeah.
No,
I see.
There could be a connection there. Now about Buffalo. What the fuck am I gonna do with Buffalo? I already heard Jordan Matthews said he got so bored that he decided
you don't even go to Buffalo Wild Wings anymore.
No, Ryan Fitzpatrick ruined that for me because all he had to do was win and we're in. I was so suckered in. I was sitting on my couch watching that game because I couldn't go to Buffalo. I was actually screaming to my TV at Todd Bowles like he could hear me. I said, "You just win and we're in. You just use Chris Ivory and we're in." Nope, did not see Chris Ivory. We had to use that one. Again, he had to be a former Patriot player. This is why my soulmate cannot be a New England Patriot fan, because I'm going to bring this up to him too. He had to use the one guy did not want the Jets to sign, Stephon Ridley, all the time. That guy got 1 yard. And it was like watching Frank Gore or my grass growing. And this is why I cannot eat Buffalo Wild Wings. So about Buffalo, Jordan Matthews even said, Buffalo's so boring that he decided to have a kid there or some joke like that because Buffalo is so boring. And that was years and years ago. So at least with Buffalo, I guess there's some common ground. We both hired Rex Ryan, so I guess we could talk about that. They're always beating on my team, so I don't know what to do. I just get sadness. And not only do I hate paying the Bills, I hate playing the Bills. So I do not know what to do with the Buffalo Bill fan. He's probably going to throw me under. I can't make some crazy bet that I'm probably going to lose to this guy. He's going to probably throw me at a table. So I'm going to get hurt.
Oh, man. Patrick says, oh, man, Patrick, I feel bad for you, man. Hey, listen.
Wait, how do you
come over to the dark side? Come over to the dark side. Over here. Come over here, man. Come over to the New York, New Jersey area. You will not be single for long, brother. Trust me.
No doubt.
Yeah. So how does he get? He's a Patriots fan, and he lives in near Buffalo. So I guess when the Patriots smashed the Buffalo Bills before,
But you got to remember,
the Bills are better.
Here's a possibility for you, Christa. opposites sometimes do attract, right? We've always heard that.
Man.
So that is a possibility. I'm just saying. Sometimes that little bit of friction is good in a relationship.
No,
you know,
I'm throwing the whole Patriot fan into the garbage. There's no way.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Listen, what if a Patriot fan looks just like Baker Mayfield?
Oh Lord, stop with this.
Oh man, if he looks like Baker Mayfield.
A guy knocks on your door. Think about it. A guy knocks on your door selling insurance, car insurance or life insurance, and he looks like Baker Mayfield. But
he looks like Baker Mayfield.
But he's using a Patriot pen, to write down. You're like, oh, are you a Patriot fan? Yeah, I am.
You know what? I might need life insurance after dating a Patriot fan. If that's what
you're right. So there you go. I'm just saying. Listen,
throw it all in the bag. Buy it all. Let's go.
I know. With my wife is not a sports fan, so I think I would appreciate it if she was. If she was into sports, we could watch, even if it was for the opposite team. It would make things interesting, obviously, but I would definitely appreciate it. So, if you do meet a Patriots fan, I'm just saying, if you do meet him, if you do, you probably won't. But I'm just saying, if you do, just give him that little bit of a chance. Just that much of a chance.
If you could be a fan of any other team but the Patriots, that's all I ask. My soulmate to be a fan of any other team.
You never know. He might be the coolest guy. He might be your soulmate.
Hold on.
You never know.
Let me interject. What if, let's say, you met this guy, right? You don't know he's a Patriots fan, right? No, nothing, right? And you meet him on Valentine's Day, whatever, right? You hook up, right? And you guys.
What is this? Gone with the Wind? What is this?
What the hell?
Hold on.
Jesus. Come on, dude.
Don't forget Tinder banned me.
Listen.
No, wait, hold on a minute.
On top of the Empire State Building?
That's great. That's nice.
No, hold on a minute. I said, let's say she meets a guy in March, right? But since no football season, okay, right? So you guys talk about no football, right? No nothing, right?
Oh, that's impossible.
Well, hold on. But let's say you guys get serious within the 6 months. Football season comes around. You're all like hyped about the Jets, and he rolls in a Patriots jersey. What are you gonna do then?
Cry, because obviously at 6 months, I'm a football fan.
I think
the whole guy's got to go out of my house.
Listen, in 6 months,
he doesn't know I'm a football fan.
You're definitely gonna find out. You're definitely gonna find out. Definitely within 6 months of what he's a fan of, because he's going to know right away you're a Jets fan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going to know the first date.
By the way, you're discounting the fact that Christa is one of the most popular Jets fans anywhere. Everybody knows that face. So what are you trying to say? Okay.
Yeah, she's so popular. She's on the NFL Network.
That's right.
On that draft room, yeah. More popular than Sharman writing an article.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. Hey, why you gotta take shots at me for, man? Come on. I'm nowhere close to Christa in popularity. Not even close.
He's getting there. You got to start somewhere. He's working his way up.
Yeah.
You started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Wow. Oh, here we go. Right. No.
One of those 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all I'm saying is, Christa, just give the person a chance. That's all I'm saying. You never know.
Hey, Chris. No. Hey, Chris. He made a Drake reference, and you made a Paula Abdul reference. That's how old I am. I could do that.
Oh, opposites attract. I just got that. All right.
There you go.
I got it.
There you go.
You never know. And she wasn't the first one to say it either, so I'm just saying.
Is Chris and I the only ones here that know Paula Abdul songs?
They only know Paula Abdul from American Idol.
American Idol, yes.
Yeah, probably that.
Hey,
yeah.
she was a guest. She was that old lady.
Who's Paula Abdul?
Oh,
wow.
Come on, dude.
Wait.
Simon.
You're not that young, by the way.
Yeah, come on.
Like, you should know who she is.
Oh, you mean that she's like the short lady, that annoying judge from American Idol, right? The first 2 seasons or something.
She was actually a real artist before.
Yeah.
She had a career before that.
Even before a singer, she was like one of the best choreographers.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why she became so popular. Yep.
I think she's a Laker girl, wasn't she? Too. I think that's
I think so. Yeah, and possibly.
I mean, I would like to. I mean, I personally would date a rival fan.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's just the whole Patriot fan has to go out the window because I don't know what comic.
I know it's tough. I know it's tough. Trust me, I can imagine. But you gotta all right, just give it a chance. I'm not saying marry the guy, but you know what? Go out with him a couple of times, and you're like, all right. But if he starts acting like
one of those Buffalo fans
that jump off
and break tables,
I gave you one chance.
Oh God!
Chris said to give you one chance. I gave you one chance. You're out. That's it.
Hey, by the way, Daniel would take a chance anywhere. He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, he's open.
What?
He's open for business.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're sorry, Daniel. It's all jokes.
It's all good.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, I mean, I think it'd be healthy in a relationship if I was to marry a rival fan. It'd be more fodder, more more fun Sundays, and betting, familiar betting, who does the dishes or other things on betting wise.
Oh my!
I think it'd be fun.
Oh
boy.
Hey, there you go. Now you know how much Daniel hates doing dishes.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully your soulmate.
That'll go great with a woman. I just want to let you know I don't like doing dishes. So
you know why I say that, because you know why.
Wait, hold on. To end the date.
See, I don't know if you guys seen that show, Fresh Off the Boat, but my mom does not believe in a dishwasher, so it's all hand wash and hand rinse and all that. So I hate doing the dishes.
Same here. I've been washing dishes with those hands since I was like about 5.
That's why my hands are nice and soft.
I don't know where you're using your hands to be softer.
I'm washing soap. Washing dishes.
Washing dishes. There you go. He loves washing dishes.
Palmolive, doesn't that it softens your hands while you wash dishes?
I guess.
And we don't get paid for saying the brand name in here, no. So, yeah.
But if they want to,
yeah, I knew Christa would say that. But if you want to,
right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind,
right? Hey,
yeah,
we'll take it.
So we're gonna cruise into something else, and I want to answer a question that sent by Patrick, and the question for later: how would you define a successful season?
This year, if it's particular this year, I will be the first to say, because I think I have to kind of set this straight, because a lot of, especially Daniel, have this ridiculous belief that this newly formed team will go 9 and something or 10 and something. If this happens, I will eat my hat.
Oh God. Oh no.
Okay. Now, let's go to reality for a little bit. There is so much that needs to be done here. There's so much work that needs to be done here. From team play, from members of the team learning each other, from coaches learning each other because they've never coached before. From answers to, I don't care how much you understand a scheme, until you see what it looks like against a particular defense on game day, and you understand what the answers are to breaking that scheme, that defensive scheme, it will take time. The same thing with the defense against offenses. It will take time. So for me, in particular, a successful season would be anything over 5 wins. If the Jets win 4 or 5 wins this year, I would be very happy. If the Jets win over 5 games this year, I'll be ecstatic.
I look at it this way. A great way to explain it, I think I've said it a few times, is exactly how the Giants played last year, right?
Yeah.
Rookie coach, that an up and coming young team and all that, but they were in every single one of their games last year. They played hard. They were in every single game. They could have won another 3 games, 4 games. Could have went one way or the other. They almost beat Tampa Bay, if you remember. If it wasn't for a bad call in the end zone. If we have a season like that where we win 5 games, 6 games, and we were in every game, and there were 3 or 4 that could have went one way or the other, if it wasn't for one play or this or that, fine. And the big thing is, as long as Zach Wilson stays healthy, he's playing every game, and he's progressing throughout the year. I mean, what else can we ask for a rookie everything first year? Rookie head coach, rookie offensive coordinator, basically a rookie defensive coordinator as well, rookie quarterback. We just got a good young team. There's no rush. Next year, 2022. Yes, after another good draft and another good offseason, I'm going to expect playoffs next year, without a doubt. But this year, I'll take 6, 7 wins. Like Sharman says, if we get more than 5 wins, come on. We just improved 4 games. Who improves 4 or 5 games from one year to next?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Krista, go ahead. I think I'll go last.
The big key for me for having a successful year is being in all these games. I want them to stay competitive. I don't want to go in the first half and all of a second they crap the bed the second half and there's absolutely no game plan. I don't want to see that at all. I want them to be in all the games. And like you both mentioned, if we win more than 5 games, it's a win. As long as Zach Wilson is progressing, as long as Elijah Moore is doing well, Keelan Cole is doing well, and the offense is progressive, and we don't have these boring, predictable plays like the guy that should not be named running the football and being all predictable and the defense kind of catching on and stuff like that, then it's a loss. As long as the offense is progressing, the defense is doing well. I want to see Quinn Williams keep progressing. I want to see Foley Fulikowski. I want to see John Franklin Myers. I want to see those guys step up. I want to see how the cornerback's going to do, because a big part of it is if we have a defensive line. I think the Jets are banking on how good this defensive line could potentially be now that we have a pass rush. Maybe Zuniga steps up to help Carl Lawson, because he's been doing good as well in camp. I think a lot of that goes as well with the defense keep progressing as well. Helping the back end is also key to see how we do successfully as well.
Okay. My successful season is we're making the playoffs, baby. We're making the playoffs. And I'll tell you why.
Because Y is a crooked letter?
Yeah, that's it. If we believe that Zach Wilson is the next big thing, that a lot of people said coming out of the draft, if he is that, I think if we had Sam Darnold, we would have won 5 games this year. But he's not Sam Darnold. And I think that Zach Wilson could make a better transition to the league than Sam, even though he played in a smaller school. And I'm like, look, San Francisco went from 2-14 to the Super Bowl next year. So it has been done.
It's definitely been done.
Right?
Has it been done with a rookie quarterback, a rookie head coach, a rookie offensive coordinator, basically a rookie defensive coordinator, with a young team as we have? Think about that for a second.
I don't know, but it could happen.
Okay.
I don't know, but it could happen.
Right.
San Fran did it, but look what they had. You had people that were established.
That's a ridiculous roster, man. Think about it.
It wasn't like, hey, all these young kids, they're all doing great. They had Jimmy Garoppolo, an experienced quarterback. He was young, but he had
a coach that had coached teams for years in the NFL.
Right. We can't expect Salah and all these guys to be perfect their first year head coach, as a head coach. As much as
if we have the quarterback, anything's possible.
Listen, I look at Salah I love that.
So the other teams don't play offense too, huh?
Right.
No, they do.
Salah can't do anything in my eyes. So even if he messes up this year, I'm still gonna love the guy. But he's gonna make mistakes. It's just it's human nature. Offensive coordinator is gonna make the wrong call, or he's gonna make the wrong call. Something. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna cost us games. But the big thing is he's gonna learn from it. He'll if we asked him right now if he was on the show, he would say that. He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna make my mistakes throughout the year, but I'm gonna learn from it, and I'm not gonna make him again."
But I don't know. I don't like this whole. Yeah, we're just gonna be average. Like I want to shoot for the moon.
But that's not average, though. Again, you're downplaying the fact that a team that won how many games last year?
2.
And that was barely.
No,
barely. They barely won 2 games.
Yeah, we
and you telling me that they hired a new coach, hired a whole new coaching staff, except for the special teams coach, brought in a all brand new scheme on defense and offense. On top of that, if you could win more than 5 games under those circumstances, that's a hell of a job. That's not average.
Right.
That would mean the level of growth that team would have done in just one offseason would be incredible. Because if they could do that in one season, let's say the Jets win 6 games this year. Let's say the Jets win 6 or 7 games this year under all those circumstances, and they continue growing, it would by all means that's a playoff team the next year. It goes without saying. Because if you could grow that much in one offseason, imagine what you could do with experience and growth in another offseason.
Right. So even if we win, like you said, 6, 7, what if we go 7-10? That's not average. That's an amazing feat compared to what we did.
Yep.
And to be honest, Salah mentioned it in one of his, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. He mentioned, and we as Jet fans didn't appreciate it last year, but what the Jets did, right, when they went out to Seattle and we got our asses kicked, right? We flew back home, and then the next week we played at the Rams, right? We went to the Rams. Mm-hmm. We were, like 15-point underdogs. Nobody gave us a shot. And we went into the LA Rams, and we beat a playoff team when we just got smacked around, right? And we didn't appreciate that. They came home after that, after 2 games on the West Coast, right? 2 straight weeks. They come home, and then they beat another playoff team, the Cleveland Browns. Like, we as fans, we didn't appreciate it because we said, we just lost Lawrence, right? But according to you, he's going to be a bust, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But still, we as fans, we didn't appreciate that. Not many teams could do that. He even said that. He goes, that shows you the heart of these guys last year.
Yeah.
But
we didn't
honestly, honestly, I want to kind of aim a little higher than what most people are aiming. So that's why I'm saying we're going to go 9 wins. And
aim away.
This is my perspective, and I think we will beat the Patriots once this year. So
it's possible because they might have a rookie quarterback playing too.
I won't argue with that one.
Right,
probably week 2.
Exactly.
They're not going to be unbeatable, So I don't think anybody's unbeatable this year, but it just goes back to.
Oh yeah, really? The Buccaneers?
I don't think they're unbeatable.
Okay. After that showing in the Super Bowl, I don't know, man.
Think about it. I look at it this way,
and the fact that they brought everybody back.
If the Chiefs' offensive line was healthy, I think we would have had a different game.
I agree with that.
Because Mahomes was throwing from his toes, laying on the floor, and he still was throwing it at their receivers, and they were dropping it on him. But anyway, I don't think anybody's like that. 17-0 now. I don't see anybody on an unbeatable team.
Yeah, let's get our little 2 cents on this that dropped yesterday. The new COVID protocols.
This is gonna be this. I hope this doesn't get political because I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And that's why it's only 2 cents, short and sweet.
But for me, when Chris and I was talking about it, the first thing that came to mind is, for years people use bacitracin and Tylenol and Advil. Nobody questions the science behind any of those things. You have a headache, you take an Advil or Tylenol. You have a wound of some sort, you put one of those ointments in. You don't question the science, you just put it on. Why is it that particular science is what is being questioned? Why? That's my question. I don't care. I don't care to ask anybody anything else. That nobody made any research forms and listed doctors that told them anything because of Tylenol. Nobody told me anything about bacitracin and how bad it was and how it could make my blood turn into metal or anything like that. They just used it. They didn't care. Why is this the only health science or health breakthrough in the last 100 years that everybody's all of a sudden doctors don't know what they're talking about? Don't know.
It's true. We take stuff every day, aspirin, any kind of medicine, over the counter stuff that the doctors prescribe to us, and we take it. We're not looking at how many times are you looking at that sheet that they give you for any side effects. We ain't looking at that because number one, we're probably going to get every one of those side effects, and everyone's going to tell you to do this, do that, maybe go back to the hospital. So no, I totally agree with what you're saying. It's ridiculous. And what's his name? Beasley came out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did you? That one goes. He's willing to retire now. I mean, I'm like, what is wrong with these people?
Even God got into it. Yeah, apparently God didn't create human beings. So any thoughts human beings come up with or any inventions they come up with, that's not connected to God either. So listen,
it's unbelievable.
Exactly. It's unbelievable. The arguments are ridiculous. And the thing that bothers, one of the other things that bothers me the most, right? I am not here to stop people from having an opinion. An opinion is fine, right? Because everybody could have one. But don't say that your opinion is the be all end all. Because the last time I checked, you weren't a science major, you didn't study biology, or you didn't go to doctor school for whatever amount of years you did. So your opinion on health matters means nothing. You know, again, if right now I turned red and started spitting out blood, you know what you would tell me? Call the doctor. You wouldn't tell me, oh, in my opinion, you should drink this. That's not what you would tell me. The first thing you would tell me was call 911. Yeah. Why would I call 911 if you have all the answers?
All I know is, thank the Lord, social media did not exist back in the 50s when polio came around. And we had to take the vaccine back then.
We'd be over.
With polio right now.
Nobody here.
Right.
Most of us wouldn't be here. How about that?
That too. It's ridiculous. But anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully these players take it. I mean, do these guys really want to go through another year like last year with, like, you know, you're going to wake up, you know, on a Sunday morning getting ready for the game, and then your coach tells you, oh, listen, by the way, our starting quarterback, Panda, is not going to be able to play for us because he tested positive for COVID. You know,
I'm vaccinated.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But what if, like, you know, here's the other thing. A guy a person that takes the vaccine, right, can test positive, right?
Yeah.
You can still get it. It's not 100%. It's pretty close, but it's not 100%. So what if the guy that doesn't take the vaccine, you know, gives it to the
guy that didn't take the vaccine.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. And then what if it's Tom Brady for the Buccaneers? They got no backup. Guess what? You're going from a Super Bowl team to nothing.
I'll just drink water and lift weights and
that'll
be
do
healthy,
it.
and that will do it.
Yeah, because no healthy
Incredible.
people got COVID.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
Just incredible, man.
I read some of the protocols, and it's kind of like, especially like the cafeteria thing. It's like they're segregating people who haven't taken the virus. It's kind of like, you can't sit with us table.
The most important one to me is the last one on the list that they posted. Fully vaccinated people can interact with vaccinated family friends during team travel. Not fully vaccinated may not leave the team hotel to eat in restaurants, may not interact with anyone outside of team traveling party during team travel.
And this is the problem right here, right? Okay, so now you didn't want to take the vaccine. You get your right to do whatever the hell you want. But also, the NFL teams have their right to protect themselves from you.
Yeah, right.
What are you going to say then now? That they don't have a right to tell you? They have to protect themselves too.
Right.
You protected your rights to do whatever you want. Fine. But what about their rights to do whatever the hell they please? And that's the issue. Everybody wants to do whatever they want with no acknowledgement of anybody else. If I'm walking down the road and I'm kicking rocks and there's kids in front of me, there's a chance I would kick a rock and hit one of the kids. How stupid would that be if I end up hitting one of the kids? It's my fault, right? That I did not stop kicking the rocks when I saw the kids in front of me. So, it's my choice. I could do whatever I want. No, just by being alive on this planet, we literally have a responsibility for everybody else here, no matter how much you like it. That's just how it is.
It is what it is.
That is why if I drive drunk, you want to put me under the jail. You know why? Because I just might kill your family because I'm driving drunk.
All right, let's all land on a happy note rather than talking all about this. Christa, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all warmed up.
Deep breath.
All right, here we go.
Hi.
All yours.
Okay, my 2-minute warning has to do with annoying.
Wait, hold on. Chris, you getting the clock out?
Yeah, good. She could. I'll give her a few more seconds.
Okay, my 2-minute warning has to do with annoying spam calls. You know what they always come on? The morning when I'm getting ready to go to work. And you know what's about? My car extended warranty is about to expire. And I got it 3 times this week. The first time was a recording about your car is about to warranty, it's about to expire. Cool, great, hung up on them. 2 days later, get the same damn call. Your car warranty is about to expire. I'm like, oh shit, not this shit again. I block the number and I go about my day. Now they call me again under a different number. I'm actually fed up at this point. I have to pick up the call when they say your car warranty is about to expire. Keep in mind, my fucking car is a 2007, so that's been expired, bro. I actually called them and I said, you know what? I don't drive a fucking car right now. I'm riding a bike. So you're telling me that the bike that I actually decided to purchase, I didn't purchase the bike, is about to expire? And it's like, well, according to my records here, that we have a car. I said, no, I sold my car to get a bike to save on gas. Okay, well, wrong number, bye. Didn't get a call since. So please, if you have your spam calling, do not call me about my expired 2007 fucking car. Save the world, block the number. I don't care. I haven't gotten a single phone call ever since I told this guy that I drive a bike. So that is how I got rid of my...
I drive a bike. I drive a bike. Leave me alone. I drive a bike.
Awesome.
This is how I got them.
Leave me alone.
This is how I got them to stop.
I drive a bike, damn it.
My 07 car.
I drive
20 seconds.
I didn't think it would be this short.
I take the bus every day. Leave me alone. I don't own a car.
I take the $3 limo.
I don't drive anymore.
Oh,
Oh, that was good. I drive a bike. Leave me alone.
that was epic.
That's a get off my lawn rant.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
That's...
I don't drive anymore. I drive a bike. I see my grandkids every day, but I don't drive a car. Leave me alone.
You're sounding like a Karen. Jeez.
Hey, don't.
well, these
Come on
spam
now.
calls have turned
what's
me
wrong
into a
with you?
Karen.
No, she just sounds like she's
Can
aged.
they just like not call me when I'm getting ready to work? Like, can they call me in a more respectful time when I'm all settled? At least give me the benefit of the doubt when I'm all home. Don't have to get ready. I'm about to wind down, but nope, they have to call me always at like 10 a.m. when I'm getting ready to go to work. Like, oh shit, here we go again with my extended.
No, go ahead.
I'm all done.
Oh, okay. All right. Sharman, your turn.
Well,
What's Chalk Talk about today?
Well, we kind of talked about it earlier about the Jets' view on giving the reps of OTAs and mini camp to the youth or the young cornerbacks or DBs, which it's kind of something that teams normally don't do unless they're forced to. The fact that the Jets are going out of their way to do that sounds like it's part of Coach Salah's philosophy. I think there's ways that you could have younger minds play defense, especially in DBs, and make it easier for them. Of course, there's multiple ways to do that. One of the ways that the 49ers did it was play a lot of quarters coverage or cover 4, which is something that is a scheme that could actually be good against the run and the pass because each DB would be responsible for a quarter of the field across the board. The problem with quarters coverage is normally stuff like slants and over routes and drag routes and stuff like that. It's susceptible to that, and quick hitting plays it's susceptible to. But you could also tie in certain reads and certain adjustments to make it easier. Some people think that you can't be aggressive playing cover 4. That's not true. Like most defensive shells, there's ways to adjust to blitz if you want to. You could mimic a cover 3 and you're playing cover 4. You could mimic cover 2 and play a cover 4. There's so many ways to do it, but I think quarters coverage there's a simplicity to it that helps younger players initial growth into playing pro football or playing especially within this scheme. So the focal point of this defense is going to be the front, which is going to be the defensive line. And if the defensive line does their jobs, it will make everything back there easier. And that is the whole point. That's why they're not in a rush to get a veteran in-house. At the end of the day, this would be, like I said before, this would be a pretty phenomenal thing if he could go into the season with all these these young guys that actually have specific skills that are pretty good, and if he could accentuate those and survive the season with all those young guys, have them grow within this system and turn some of them into household names, that would be that would be a huge feather in Robert Salah's cap. And yes, that's the positive side of it. Also, the negative side of it is if any number of those guys start failing and he has to scramble to get some veteran help, it'll also look really bad. So it's a pretty bold move in my opinion, but I think that's a bold move that could bear a lot of fruit for a team that, like I've said, they don't there's no mandate here to go to the playoffs or anything like that. So making moves like that can't really hurt really badly if you have certain things working. Like if, for instance, Zach Wilson is playing at a level that takes the league by storm, or the defensive line is killing it, on the running backs is killing, the offense is killing it. If the corners are not playing up to par, and everybody understands what it is, then you could go into next season and load up on that position and work that, a team that's pretty solid, and just add the talent at corner and then go from there. But if you have everything's working, and then the young guys in the back end literally take this scheme and run with it, it'll be something beautiful to see. So I think at the end of the day, I love that bold move. I think it tells you a lot about what kind of coach Robert Saleh is, and yeah, I'm impressed, to tell you the truth. That's Chalk Talk for this week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, so as we move on, very nice. As we move on to the end of the show, and we're gonna close it out with our ending thoughts, just in general thoughts about the week, and we're looking to the next week. I mean, there's nothing really about the Jets next week, but see what's going to happen. So, who wants to start this week? Any ending thoughts, Chris?
Ending thoughts are, you know what? We got through OTAs. We got through minicamp with no major injury. We should be crossing our fingers and thanking God for that, I guess. Everything is looking good. Yeah, a couple of, positions here and there still need work. Like we talked about the DB room, tight end as well. But overall, you know what? We got to be really excited, man. Camp's going to start in July 27th, I think. Is that the date?
Yeah, 27th.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this season. It's the first season in a good 10 years or so that I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Sharman?
I mean, I am with all the optimism and all the hope, but I think this is where the rubber meets the road, basically. I think whatever good stuff we saw in minicamp and in OTAs, I think now you move into the more serious end of it. Can these guys take what they've done and all the growing that they've done from OTAs and minicamp into the padded practices and the walkthroughs and the implementation of offenses against teams and stuff like that? That's the question. Now, if they could do that, this will graduate from hope to, oh my God, Panda could be right. so in my
come on, Chris, give me that sign.
This is where the rubber meets the road, in my opinion. I can't wait to see what they do. What guys like Moore could do in camp with pads on. What guys like AVT does against Quinnen Williams and Sheldon Rankins and against Lawson. It'll be awesome to just see the team progress day in and day out under a lot of stress, and not just shorts and t-shirts.
What? Not really.
Not really. So
anyway, Christa.
I just want everyone to stay healthy. Knock on wood. Just please stay healthy. No major injuries. I want yeah, I like all the good stuff, but I know Zach Wilson is going to have his ups and downs, and that's to be expected. He's a rookie quarterback. You're going to see him throw his interceptions, make his mistakes, but as long as he keeps learning from them, that's okay. I expect the shaky practices from Zach Wilson, and as long as our offense progresses and it's not growing as fast as it's not slow like watching grass grow like last year, that's positive. I think the major thing is that our offense is doing well, and I'm hoping one of our tight ends seriously steps up because we need a tight end. But also, it's also good to have my buddy Jamison Crowder back. That so many people were so quick to get rid of on Jets Twitter, and not me, because I love my slot receivers. So I'm glad to have my buddy Jamison back, especially since our tight ends are trying not to curse. Not good. And as far as everything else, I just want to see C.J. Mosley get back to the shape that he was before, because we know C.J. Mosley could have very well took the Buffalo Bills by himself if he was healthy. So if we got a healthy C.J. Mosley back, just want him to keep progressing and and. Yeah, and I'm very interested to see how our cornerback battle shakes out, because they drafted a lot of young guys that can play multiple roles at cornerback, linebackers. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out with pads.
I see. Okay, so my thoughts is this: great mini camp. Hopefully, they get together before training camp to work out stuff, and no injuries, hopefully. And we need to give beat reporters a new book of questions to ask.
And
if you're sick, call Dr. Beasley because he knows.
Oh man.
Also, this weekend is a Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Happy
future fathers.
Happy Father's.
And now, especially in the New York, New Jersey area, a lot of things are open. Make sure you spend some time with your old man and get him something nice and have some great family time. This is the end for this show for Jets Frenzy for Friday Frenzy, and we'll see you next week. Laters.
Take it easy, guys.
Go Jets.